What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to give you a pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, PCE numbers did just come out. Better than anticipated on the year-over-year basis. So forecast was 3%, came in at 2.9. So this is why you're seeing a little bit more of a bump up in the futures, as well some relatively good earnings coming out from American Express and Visa yesterday. Intel, not so much, but still, regardless, moving on from that though, there's a lot of heavy movers, and oddly enough, SOFI was one of the heavy movers right here based on the volume. Kind of dropped off recently, but starting off right here, SOFI up 1.83% pre-market. No news, no SEC filings. Today is the last trading day before their upcoming earnings, which it is forecasted to be another home run. So there might be a FOMO rally kicking in today as a result of that. As far as what shorts are doing, they're increasing about 305 shares. So not all that much, very silent. 13.65% of the free float is being shorted, and 122.19 million shares overall are being shorted. If you're trading SOFI, just be cautious for this point right here. So with it at $7.80 pre-market, it is trading between this R1 and this R2. So $7.76 is going to be that pivot point for SOFI today. So you'll just really want to watch for it to stay above that ideally. And then of course the next step is $7.92 and $8.16. Aside from that, moving on, Intel. Horrible earnings, down 9.08%. In case you do not know, this is what Intel does. So this is their profile right here. Shorts are increasing about 16,000 shares. This company isn't shorted by any means, so 1.74% of the free float is being shorted, so kind of just be aware of that. And then moving on though, with it at 44.75, it is trading between this S3 and this S2. So 44.41 is going to be the next strong support, and then 45.60 is going to be that next strong resistance. So you just have to watch for both of those to hold. If it does break below this S3, then you can kind of zoom out a little bit just to give you a good overview. So it'd be around 43.70 and then 41.32. I don't think it'll be anywhere close to 41. It might potentially touch this S1 as a initial response once the market does open, but then again, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. Marathon's having a nice bump up, especially a lot of abnormal volume, so 5.35% pre-market. This is what they are all about. And in my opinion, a lot of the data that's been coming out has been relatively good, as well as a lot of companies have been having some relatively good earnings. So I feel like that's helping the broader market relax. A lot of analysts initially did say that the company's earnings are going to be horrible. Data is going to be causing it to go down in the broader market. So that as a byproduct caused crypto and many other stocks to go down. But I feel like the inverse is happening. So Marathon might be a good place to potentially invest. It is somewhat heavily shorted. So 22.34% of the free float is being shorted. Almost 20,000 shares are being increased this morning. Kind of a drop in the bucket considering 49.49 million shares overall are being shorted. If you are looking at trading this though, with it at 17.21 pre-market, it is trading between this pivot and this R1. So 18.29 is going to be the next strong resistance, and then 16.60 is going to be that next strong support. So most likely today it is just going to trade range bound. I can't see it pulling back below this pivot point, nor do I see it kind of pushing above this R1. So just be cautious and aware of that. And final stock I want to bring up that's kind of abnormal volume and moving in a good direction is this one, Processa Pharmaceuticals, if I'm saying that right. PCSA is the ticker. This is what they are all about. There is no actual news today, no SEC filings, but there was some pretty good news yesterday that caused it to go up 148.78%. So today is more just piggybacking off of that. And that news was this right here. So obviously fairly good results coming out from that. This company has been hit quite hard, so as well you're kind of getting a value rally. So over the last 1 year, down 74.75%. And of course, as I've said in the past, one thing to really watch for is reverse stock splits. So it recently did one January 22nd, 2024, a 1-for-20. So again, just be cautious. Even though there is good news, you might have a lot of volatility as a result. But if you are looking for a lot of good compiled information, such as press releases, SEC filings, transcripts from previous earnings, take a look at Seeking Alpha Premium. I do have a 7-day free trial for you. It makes investing a lot easier to have everything all in one. Moving on though, as you can see, it is somewhat heavily shorted, so 19.26% of the free float's being shorted. Doesn't show any change so far this morning. But the cost to borrow average is relatively high, so 269.88%. Utilization is 99.51 and short score is 80.65. If you are looking at trading this with it at $6.24, it is between this pivot and this R1. So 643 is going to be a very strong resistance that you'll want to watch for it to get above. Vice versa, 509 is going to be the next strong support. I can't anticipate it kind of pulling back enough so that it'll go below this pivot, so most likely it's just going to trade within here. And as you can kind of see looking at the fib levels, it is very wide, so that does mean that there's going to be a lot of volatility in the foreseeable future. Let me know your thoughts. What other stocks are you investing in? One final thing I just wanted to share with you: take advantage of this promo. It is one of the best deals in the market. Simply sign up for an account with MULN, throw $100 at it and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, so this is one of the best deals. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.